Well, I'm feeling pretty good right now because we just made a birdie on 13. That was very unexpected. It was a little bit of a long putt, but that was nice. Nice to come to the next tee after making a birdie on the previous hole. Gives us a great feeling of confidence. So what I'm going to be doing here on this hole is interesting because it's double tiered. The pin right now is on the lower tier on the right side. The upper tier has quite a slope from back to front, and the entire tee actually has quite a slope from back to front. Also, right in front of the tee is a very deep pot bunker, not unlike what you may see in the British Open. Very difficult bunker to hit out of. I'm going to be trying to let this ball come in a little bit left to right so that I hit kind of on that upslope and then let it trickle down to the hole. Looks like the hole's about in the middle of the green. One point I want to make here, a lot of people think that how long they hit their short irons makes them a hero. I never hit my short irons using more than 70% of my full capacity. So you want to take a little more club, you're going to hit a lot straighter shots. Remember that. Okay, we'll set up here, take a couple of practice swings. That feels good. That feels good. Come back and take a look at it from behind the ball. Okay. Looks pretty good. Let's see what we can do with this. I hit it about where I want to. Let's see what the ball does. Okay, just a wee bit short. So that one came up just ever so slightly short. It could be because of the air is a little bit dense today. So what I'm going to do is I'll play a little bit more of a knockdown shot here. That's going to give a little bit more distance to this ball. Try one more. A little tee height problem there, a little adjustment. Let's see what happens. That's a little firmer. That should be pretty good. Trickling down now to the hole nicely. Okay, looks good. That's about what I wanted to accomplish. So let's go down and see what those two shots present. I might decide to play the first one that came up a little short because it is an interesting pitch. So I'll see you down there. All right, this is the first ball that I hit off the tee, and probably because of the thickness of the air, now that I notice getting up here where the sun's shining through, that it came up a little short. I'll talk in a moment about the knockdown shot and the difference of why I hit that, and I'll explain what that shot is. Now on this shot, right now, I have a severe break in this green, so I'm going to have to hit the ball up quite a bit to the left and let it come down by the pull of gravity. But I also have to be sensitive to the fact that the green is quite damp. We're here in the morning, it hasn't been cut yet, and the ball isn't going to come down quite as much and quite as fast. So all of those considerations start to come in. Also here, I could putt if I decided I wanted to. It's fairly smooth, but I have a little bit of a mounding situation here which could take the ball off track. So I chose to pitch. I personally prefer to pitch anytime I'm off the green. I think it's a better shot. If you rehearse it a little bit, it's every bit as accurate as putting. So I'll take a few practice strokes just to get a feel. I'm using a sand wedge here instead of a pitching wedge. The reason I'm using a sand wedge is I want to get the ball up a little higher because the green is running away from me. I want it to land softly on the green. Let's see what we can do with this. That's about what I wanted to do. Let's see how it trickles down. Okay, there's a good example. It came up a little bit short, but I'm within that 3-foot range that I want to try to get the ball into. So you can see, I'm not sure if you can see the trail that it makes. It's kind of cool in the morning when you have dampness on the green, but we don't have a lot right now. But a lot of times when you're out in the morning and this green is really wet with dew, when the ball goes onto the green, it creates a nice little trail and you can see what your break is. We'll get down and putt the other one, and I'll talk a little bit more about why that one came out a little bit better. All right, we're at the point where I hit the second ball off the tee. That came up a little closer to the hole and a little bit more on line. I talked on the tee about the knockdown shot. What a knockdown shot is you take a little bit more of an abbreviated backswing and also an abbreviated follow-through. And I set the ball a little bit more toward my back foot, a little toward my right foot. Normally I'll play it just slightly in back of center with the 9-iron that I hit. Today I'm going to, when I was down there, I wanted to make sure that this second one got up there. So today I wanted to make sure that I hit the ball cleanly, sharply, and with a little bit lower trajectory so I'd get it up on the green. That's the characteristic of a knockdown shot. Also a very good shot in the wind. You want to keep the ball under the wind, you hit a knockdown shot. So you hear that terminology, and I'm going to do some future videos that'll be coming up as we go through the summer, specifically talking about things like a knockdown shot, so you can pick up that concept. So be sure to watch for upcoming videos all the time on my YouTube channel. I'm going to plumb bob this. This has quite a bit of slope left to right. I'm going to plumb bob this. Now when you plumb bob, make sure you're a third point in a straight line. Hold the club up, close your one eye so that your good eye is working. You put the ball on the side of the putter, so I'm visualizing the ball right here on the side of the putter. I look out to the hole, and the hole is significantly to the right of the putter shaft. That tells me, that actually reads the exact break that you would have based on the slope of the green. It's a wonderful way to line up. Experiment with that. It's really terrific. It works great. I'm going to make a nice smooth stroke here. I'm a little bit uphill. I'm going to sensitize myself to uphill and the fact that the green is still a little damp. All of these things are considerations that you have to take in, but trust your intuitive sensibility, because don't try to rationalize it too much. Just trust it. Realize it's there. Trust the stroke. Always trust the force. So we'll come up and square up here to the line I feel good about. Always in my head, I've got the tick-tock mantra going on. This could be a makeable putt. I overplayed the break just a little bit, and you saw how it came around wanting to get to the hole. Well, I have a little tap in, so I'll go and take care of that in a moment. We'll go on to the next hole. Look forward to seeing you on that tee.